5, the man who fired the bullet that killed 13-year-old Sandra Parks calls off his own trial. Isaac Barnes abruptly changed his plea to guilty today. Ben Jordan talked to Sandra's mother about the shocking turn of events.
Isaac Barnes fought back tears as he pleaded guilty to firing the bullet that killed Sandra Parks. Sandra's mother tells me she's beyond relieved that this trial is over and she can now begin to heal. A bittersweet ending has a mother rejoicing.
This is the best birthday present ever. Thank you, Sandra. My daughter helped me out because she had to calm me down and relax me.
Sandra Parks' mother, Bernice, no longer has to endure a grueling trial after Isaac Barnes suddenly changed his pleas to guilty. Barnes' explanation to the court:
I just don't want certain people taking a stand when I know that they don't want to get up there. And I know it's hard for a lot of people that's here today.
Barnes fired the shot that struck 13-year-old Sandra Parks while she was watching TV in her home last fall. The 8th grade student once wrote an award-winning essay about senseless gun violence in Milwaukee. Sadly, she was killed when a stray bullet tore through her Northside house.
I just want the family to know. I just don't want them to go on like just thinking it just happened. Like it just happened, like it's a motive behind it. Like, I don't know how much I can say right now.
While Barnes' reasoning behind the shooting will have to wait for sentencing, Parks already knows the punishment she'll suggest to the judge.
I want life. You took my baby, you took all her precious moments. Graduation, prom, dating. Oh my God, you took everything, but we still succeeded.
Barnes will be sentenced in August. He faces a maximum penalty of 85 years in prison. At the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Ben Jordan, today's TMJ4.
And new information from Milwaukee Police today. 19 children under the age of 17 have been shot in the city this year. None has resulted in a fatality, the most recent this past Saturday.
A second person has died after competing in Sunday's Ironman triathlon in Madison. The Madison Fire Department identifies that victim as one of their firefighters. His name is Todd Mahoney. He was rescued from Lake Monona during the race. A Cottage Grove man who also needed to be pulled from the lake died as well.
Wisconsin voters who appear to have moved within the state will have up to 2 years to update their voter registration instead of being deactivated within a month. The Wisconsin Elections Commission voted today to make that change. Now, voters who appear to have moved will still get a postcard that says state records indicate they moved, but they will now be able to update their voter registration.
New at 5, Waukesha County says taxpayers could be on the hook for more than $1 million in repairs to a building they say is worthless. They want to knock it down, but the city of Waukesha is blocking the move. They say the building is historic. Pete Zervakis shakes out all the details on this dispute.
6 years ago, Waukesha County moved some of its offices into a new building. That old building has been sitting empty, deteriorating ever since. From the outside, the old Waukesha County HHS building looks historic. Inside, different story. The county has spent $500,000 in recent years to maintain this empty building, which has attracted crime.
We've had a number of break-ins. And vandals break into the building.
And the roof needs to be replaced soon. That'll cost more than $1 million. The county would rather tear the building down.
We're having to funnel money away from programs within the county right now that can help our constituency to maintain in a building that has no help to them whatsoever.
But Waukesha County cannot demolish the building because the City of Waukesha's Landmarks Commission has designated it, as well as a nearby golf course, as historic. It was once a hotel built in 1911.
It is Waukesha's only remaining resort from the Springs era.
The chair of the Landmarks Commission says the historical nature of the old resort makes it worth saving. And that's why the commission continues to block the county's attempts to tear the building down.
We have a few developers that have expressed interest. So we're very excited about that. We haven't given up that there are other opportunities out there.
She thinks one of those opportunities could be senior housing, but county officials are skeptical they'd find a buyer willing to purchase and then renovate the building. They're now hoping state lawmakers will take action and give them authority to override the Landmark Commission's designation. A bill to that effect will likely be introduced at the state capitol later this week.
Former Green Bay Packer William Henderson lives in Richmond, Virginia, but often returns to Wisconsin, where the Packers helped him win a Super Bowl ring. Tonight, I'm going to tell you what the Packers Great is doing to help Wisconsin kids and people living in Wisconsin, and you'll hear about his health challenges after he retired from football.
I'm not the man I used to be, game-wise, all that stuff.
My exclusive sit-down with the Super Bowl star tonight on Live at 10.
A sure sign summer is almost upon us. The first cruise ship of the season pulled into the port of Milwaukee. More than 200 people checking out our city today after arriving on the Pearl Mist. It's an industry Milwaukee hopes will continue to grow and boost our local tourism industry.
The fact that we're now in double digits, we really believe that Milwaukee is becoming a, I might say, sexy cruise destination on the Great Lakes.
Milwaukee expecting 11 stops by cruise ships this season, checking out our sexy city. That's more than double what we saw last year. Well, there's encouraging news in the battle against cancer. A new report talks about numbers and the survival rate.
And harsh words for Congress over health care for 9/11 first responders.
Your indifference costs these men and women their most valuable commodity, time.
What Jon Stewart and others want lawmakers to do to make sure that first responders are taken care of.
And I'm sorry if I sound angry and undiplomatic, but I'm angry. And you should be too, and they're all angry as well.
Comedian Jon Stewart scolding Congress today on behalf of 9/11 first responders. Stewart chastised lawmakers for failing to make sure a victims' compensation fund set up after those attacks never runs out of money.
There is not a person here, there is not an empty chair on that stage that didn't tweet out, "Never forget the heroes of 9/11. Never forget their bravery. Never forget what they did, what they gave to this country." Well, here they are.
The 9/11 Victim Compensation Fund, or VCF, is set to expire next year. Stewart and others are pushing to fully fund the VCF until at least the year 2090.
For your health, the number of cancer survivors in the U.S. is rising. The American Cancer Society reports by the year 2030, more than 22 million people will have beaten cancer. Experts say part of the reason, improvement in treatment and early detection. Do you need the TV or a light on to fall asleep? Well, that could mean you'll pack on the pounds. New research shows that falling asleep with a lot of light on is now linked to an increase in weight gain and obesity. This after studying the sleeping habits of nearly 44,000 women. Researchers found that those who sleep with a television or a light on in the room gained 11 pounds or more.
Time to take a look at the weather. It was nice out there for most of the day, but we have clouded up. A lot of us also going to see some rain in the hours ahead. Brian Goddard is here to show us how another summery day is going to go down the tubes.
Gorgeous day out there. We started off with sunshine. Temperatures rapidly warmed up. Look at these upper 70s, even 79 degrees here in Milwaukee, 80 in Racine, 80 in Kenosha. We had just a little bit of a breeze to kick that or keep that lake breeze from developing just a little bit later. Then it did, and then temperatures started to drop, and then clouds and a scattered rain shower moved in as well. Downtown Oconomowoc still cloudy. You're going to remain mostly cloudy now for the rest of the afternoon as that little band of rain pushed on through. This is what it looks like in Racine at this hour as well. The cloudy conditions, but the rain showers have pretty much come to an end. Just a few remaining sprinkles in Racine right now. Just this spotty light rain around the area. Oconomowoc still seeing a sprinkle or two. And as we zoom on into Milwaukee, you can see north side is quiet now. Could see a few more sprinkles and light rain showers move in over the next 30 minutes. And then that should be it for the remainder of the evening. We'll stay cloudy though. As you can see, we have plenty of cloud cover back off to the west. This is what we're watching for later tonight, and it'll be with us throughout the day tomorrow. We knew Wednesday was going to be a rainy day, and it's looking more and more like that's going to be the case. For this evening though, just a spotty shower here and there. That's it. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, temperatures remaining in the 60s and a light southeasterly breeze. Here's the future forecast verifying that. Could see just that little spotty shower here and there. By 10 o'clock, just mostly cloudy. And then here comes that next batch of rain. It'll be here after midnight tonight. By morning, could have some isolated downpours with this. Not expecting any severe weather, but there could be a few rumbles of thunder throughout the day. Your rain chance likely tomorrow. Not really a washout, but it'll be close. Then for Thursday, just an isolated chance in the morning, clearing in the